Imagine waking up before the world stirs, when everything is still and quiet. In those precious hours, you have the power to reshape your day and your life. What if I told you that waking up at 4 a.m. could unlock a version of yourself you've only dreamed of? A version that's disciplined, focused, and deeply connected to your purpose. The key to living a life full of happiness, success, and fulfillment is not just in your actions, but in how you start your day. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change everything for you. Imagine waking up before the world does, when the sun hasn't yet risen and the streets are still. This silence, this peace, holds incredible power. It's a stillness that allows you to reconnect with yourself. Too often we live in a world that's constantly noisy, filled with distractions, alerts, and the relentless pressure of everyday life. But what if, for just a few moments each day, you could reclaim that silence? What if the key to clarity, happiness, and success was hidden in those early hours before the chaos begins? The truth is, the morning is your opportunity to set the tone for everything that comes after. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you gain something most people don't. Time. Time to think, reflect, and focus before the demands of the world pull you in every direction. In that quiet, undisturbed space, your mind is sharper. There are no emails, no phone calls, no expectations from others. Just you and your thoughts. It's in this solitude that ideas come alive, creativity flows, and clarity emerges. This time also allows you to connect with your inner self, the one that's often drowned out by the noise of life. You can reflect on what you truly want, who you want to become, and how you're going to get there. And in that quiet space, you gain a profound sense of control over your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. As you sit in that early morning stillness, you're not just preparing for the day, you're preparing your mind, your heart, and your spirit to live a life full of meaning, purpose, and happiness. Let's face it, life doesn't hand you success on a silver platter. It's earned through discipline and consistency, day in and day out. Waking up at 4 a.m. is not just about gaining extra hours. It's about showing up for yourself, setting the tone for the day, and taking control of your life. You don't have to be a genius, and you don't have to be the most talented. What you need is the ability to show up consistently and commit to your goals, even when the world isn't cheering you on. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you are practicing discipline in its purest form. You are choosing to take responsibility for your time, your energy, and your actions. And as you keep doing it day after day, that discipline begins to shape your character. It becomes second nature. This commitment to your morning routine isn't just about being productive. It's about setting a standard for your life. You're telling yourself, I am in control of my choices, and I will not let external distractions dictate my happiness. Consistency, however, is what separates dreamers from achievers. Most people start strong, but they falter when the routine gets tough. But when you make waking up early a consistent part of your life, you build momentum. That momentum fuels you, pushes you past your limits, and creates small wins that add up. These small wins compound, leading to larger successes, a deeper sense of fulfillment, and ultimately, a life that feels purposeful, intentional, and full of happiness. Let's talk about one of the most powerful and life-changing benefits of waking up at 4 a.m. Productivity. You've heard the saying, the early bird catches the worm, but it's more than just an old adage. Waking up early gives you an unmatched edge. It's not about just adding more hours to your day, it's about maximizing the time you already have. Think about your typical day. By the time you start work or engage with others, the distractions have already begun. Emails, texts, phone calls. The world has already started pulling at your attention. But in those quiet hours before the chaos begins, your mind is clear, your focus is sharp, and you can tackle your most important tasks without interruption. This is the time to truly get things done. When you wake up at 4 a.m., the world is still asleep, and that's your opportunity to be productive without the usual distractions. You can dive into the tasks that matter most, whether it's writing, working on a business idea, exercising, or setting a clear vision for your future. This focus isn't just about working harder, but about working smarter. You get to decide what's most important, and you can give it your undivided attention. Now, imagine what happens when you make this a habit. By the time most people are waking up, you've already accomplished more than they have. You've already set yourself on a path to success. And that feeling of accomplishment, it's a game changer. It fills you with pride, with confidence, and yes, happiness. Because when you take control of your day, you take control of your life. What if I told you that the key to living a life full of happiness and fulfillment starts in the early hours of the morning? Waking up at 4 a.m. isn't just about checking things off your to-do list. It's about creating time for something far more important: yourself. In the rush of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in work, responsibilities, and the noise of the world. We often forget to invest in the most important asset we have: ourselves. But when you wake up early, you reclaim those precious hours to focus on personal growth. This is your time to engage in self-improvement, to sharpen your mind and spirit. Whether it's reading a book that expands your knowledge, writing in a journal to clarify your thoughts, or practicing mindfulness. These moments of self-investment are what create lasting change in your life. Imagine this: while the rest of the world is still asleep, you're making progress toward becoming the best version of yourself. You're learning, growing, and building habits that will carry you to a place of true happiness and fulfillment. These quiet hours are where you can reflect on your goals, realign your actions with your dreams, and take deliberate steps toward the life you desire. Too often we put ourselves last, thinking we're too busy to focus on our own growth. But the reality is, investing in yourself is the foundation for all other aspects of life. And in these early morning hours, you have the opportunity to prioritize your growth without the distractions and demands of the day. Take a moment to think about the life you've always dreamed of. What does it look like? What does it feel like to truly be living with purpose and joy? Now, let me ask you this: what habits have you built to get there? The truth is, your daily habits shape your future more than any singular moment of brilliance. And the most powerful habit you can build is waking up at 4 a.m. When you wake up early, you're not just creating extra time in your day, you're crafting a foundation for the kind of life you want to live. Habits are the small, consistent actions that over time compound into extraordinary results. The act of waking up early is a commitment to yourself, a declaration that you are serious about your success, your happiness, and your well-being. The beauty of habit building is this: when you commit to a new practice, like waking up early, you start to see its ripple effect in other areas of your life. The discipline you cultivate in those quiet morning hours will begin to manifest in your work, your health, your relationships, and your mindset. You begin to show up for yourself in ways you never thought possible. Each day you're creating a stronger, more focused version of yourself, one small habit at a time. But here's the key: habits aren't built overnight. It's about showing up, even when it's tough, even when it's inconvenient. But with every early morning, you're not just getting closer to your goals, you're becoming the person you need to be in order to achieve them. The power of strong habits is undeniable, and it all starts with that one small, transformative decision: waking up at 4 a.m. Have you ever noticed how cluttered your mind can get as the day goes on? By the time you're immersed in work, family, or daily distractions, it can feel like your thoughts are constantly racing. But when you wake up at 4 a.m., the world hasn't started pulling at you yet. It's in these precious early hours that your mind is at its sharpest, free from the noise and chaos of daily life. This quiet time allows you to clear away mental fog and center your thoughts. You can focus on what truly matters, whether it's planning your day, setting long-term goals, or simply taking a moment for self-reflection. With fewer distractions, your mind is clearer and your ability to focus becomes sharper. The energy you invest in these hours isn't just productive, it's transformative. Imagine starting each day with a clear mind, with focus that lasts throughout your work and personal life. This clarity leads to better decision-making, more efficient problem-solving, and a sense of calm amidst the storm. It's in these quiet moments that you prepare yourself mentally to take on whatever comes your way, armed with the focus and clarity that lead to greater happiness and success. Let me ask you something. How often do you feel like your day owns you rather than the other way around? You wake up, check your phone, and before you know it, the world starts demanding your attention. The pressures, the distractions, they all rush in. But what if I told you that one small change could flip the script on how your day unfolds? What if I told you that owning your morning could give you the power to own your entire day? Waking up at 4 a.m. is the key to taking back control. The early hours are sacred, untouched by the rush of daily life. When you begin your day before the world even wakes up, you set a tone of calm, purpose, and intention. The beauty of this is simple. How you start your morning determines how the rest of your day will unfold. When you take those first few hours for yourself, whether it's through reflection, exercise, or personal development, you create a solid foundation for success. This isn't just about getting a jump start on your tasks. It's about taking command of your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your happiness. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you are telling yourself, this is my time. I'm in control. I'm shaping the day on my terms. This sense of ownership brings empowerment, and with it a profound sense of fulfillment and happiness. When you control your morning, you control the narrative of your life. And that, my friends, is the key to living a life full of purpose and joy. Imagine the feeling of waking up at 4 a.m., and by the time the world begins to stir, you've already accomplished something meaningful. That sense of accomplishment is unlike any other. It fills you with pride and fuels your confidence. You see, when you wake up early, you give yourself the gift of time. And with that time, you are able to focus on tasks that matter, make progress on your goals, and check off important items on your to-do list, all before most people have even gotten out of bed. This early start does more than just set you up for a productive day. It creates a lasting sense of achievement. While others are still catching up, you are already ahead. The feeling of knowing that you've taken control of your morning, that you've been productive, brings a deep sense of satisfaction and joy. It's the kind of accomplishment that sticks with you throughout the day. When you wake up early, you are building momentum. You're taking actionable steps toward your goals, which not only boost your productivity, but also your self-esteem. The small wins you achieve early in the morning, whether it's completing a workout, organizing your thoughts, or tackling a work task, start your day with success. And the more successes you have, the more you believe in your own ability to create the life you want. That sense of accomplishment doesn't just pass with the morning, it reverberates through the rest of your day, leading to a deeper, more lasting happiness. Because when you accomplish what you set out to do, you feel more in control, more empowered, and more fulfilled. We all know what it feels like to be overwhelmed, running from one task to another, feeling like you're constantly playing catch-up. Stress builds as the day goes on, and soon enough, it feels like you're living in reaction mode. But imagine if you could break that cycle. What if you could start your day with a sense of calm, clarity, and control? That's the power of waking up at 4 a.m. When you rise early, you give yourself the precious gift of time. Time to prepare mentally, emotionally, and physically for what lies ahead. The rush and panic that often accompany our mornings, rushing to get ready, grabbing breakfast on the go, checking emails, can be eliminated. Instead, you begin your day on your own terms. You're not reacting to the demands of the world, you're proactively shaping your morning. This calmness doesn't just last for a few moments, it sets the tone for the entire day. When you wake up early, you're able to plan ahead, prioritize what matters, and execute your day with intention. You've already done the hard work before the distractions begin. As a result, you don't feel overwhelmed by the chaos that follows. You've built a buffer between you and the stress that could otherwise take over. Starting your day early reduces the mental load, allowing you to approach challenges with a clear head and steady heart. You're not scrambling, you're grounded. This sense of control brings a profound sense of peace and ultimately a deeper happiness. When you reduce the stress in your day, you open the door to a life that feels lighter, more balanced, and far more fulfilling. Imagine looking back 1 year from now. What kind of growth do you want to see in your life? Waking up at 4 a.m. is not just about the immediate benefits. It's about setting the stage for long-term growth, for building habits that will continue to serve you in the years to come. The choices you make today have a profound impact on your future. Waking up early, day after day, creates a foundation of discipline, focus, and productivity that compounds over time. You are building small wins, step by step, and these add up to significant progress. Each early morning is an investment in your future self, the version of you that will be wiser, stronger, and more fulfilled. The beauty of waking up early is that the results may not be immediately visible, but over time, they accumulate. You'll see the fruits of your labor in the way you think, the way you handle challenges, and in your overall sense of well-being. As your habits strengthen and your growth accelerates, you begin to experience the kind of happiness that comes from knowing you are actively shaping your future, not just waiting for it to unfold. The path to lasting success and fulfillment begins with this simple but powerful act of waking up early. Waking up at 4 a.m. is more than just an early start. It's a powerful decision that will transform your life. It grants you the mental clarity, discipline, and focus you need to unlock your true potential. By owning your mornings, you set the stage for a day filled with productivity, accomplishment, and peace. Over time, this practice will compound into long-term growth and lasting happiness. Remember, your future begins with the choices you make today. I encourage you to take that first step and make the 4 a.m. commitment. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for your time.